Hey guys, AdzyT here. Yes, I actually managed to do a video in 2 weeks. Like 2 videos for like 2 consecutive weeks, so I'm proud of myself. Um, Today's video is, I do a lot of talking about me, but most of it is just blah, I just ramble a lot. So today I figured I'd do a Q&A. Now people have asked me questions on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and all of those are always, as you know, included at the bottom. Stay tuned because at the end I have an announcement to make. Anyway, here we go. So these are the 10 best questions that people have asked me. So, number one, am I a cat guy or a dog guy? I've grown up with both. Right up until a few years ago, my house used to be like dominated by the four-legged variety. And at that point, it was really hard for me to choose. But sitting back and thinking about it, if I really kind of put my mind to it, I'd probably have to say that I'm more of a dog person than a cat person. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. That's the thing. It's just, you know, cats are a lot more work, whereas dogs are big, lazy, floofy things. And I like big, lazy, floofy things. Number two, what is my favourite restaurant? Right. There is a shopping centre that's about a 20-minute, half-hour train ride from where I live, which is called Lakeside. Funny enough, it's on the side of a lake, and they have a remarkable restaurant there called Five Guys. And oh my god, it's brilliant! It's like this American roller diner kind of place, and it's definitely one of my favourite places to eat at, and yeah. So yeah, question 2 is my favourite restaurant, which is Five Guys. Question 3, if I could go back... Now this one was quite interesting because I had to really think. If I could go back in time and stop myself doing one thing, what would it be? Now I thought about this really hard because this one obviously, you guys know, there's a lot of things that happened in my past that I'm not cool with. But at the same point, I was like, what one thing would I stop myself from doing? And yeah, I could sit here and say I wouldn't trust that that person I trusted in secondary school, but if I could go back and really go back to one thing and just be like, you don't want to do this. Believe me, this doesn't end well on the other side. I think it would have to probably be started self-harming, because that just made everything spiral, and sorry, and yeah, I mean, I would take like that argument I would deal with that problem and everything else. Sorry, just, you know what my memory's like, guys, so I have to mark these off. But yeah, no, that would be my big one. I would probably stop myself self-harming, like, because I know how addicting it got and how hard it was for certain people to watch me go through that. And yeah, no, that would be my thing. I would stop myself from self-harming. Right. Question 4. Would I do something embarrassing or humiliating, or like humiliate myself on camera to get people to support a charity I would do? Now, the answer is yes, but I don't need to humiliate myself because, like I say, this ties into the announcement at the end, which I will let you guys know, obviously, at the end of the video. And I'll put all my details about it down there, down at the bottom in the comments, so feel free to have a look and have a read through. But yeah, I can't actually answer this one. When I had question 5, where was the most awkward place or awkward time I've ever had my first kiss with a partner? When I was 16, that's like 12 years ago now, so that's quite shocking. When I was 16, I attended this event called the Big Gay Out. It was like this massive LGBT thing at Finsbury Park. in London, and I was there with this guy and a couple of my friends, and me and one of my friends had set a challenge. Whoever got the most, whoever made out with the most people, had to buy the other person had to buy them a box of cigarettes. Yeah, that was when I was smoking, so bad me, naughty. And so I accepted the challenge, and I was there, and I got a few, but I was basically never gonna win. And so my friend was like, just act even more gay than you usually do, and I was like, okay, how's this for? You want to see acting gay? And yeah, I grabbed the guy who took me there, and literally kissed his face off almost. And that was the start of my first boyfriend. That was the start of my relationship with Alex, who I could do an entire video about, to be honest with you. But that's another time, and we'll get back to that. Question 6, sticking with relationships. Sorry guys. Sticking with relationships. What is the oddest thing I've ever said to someone while trying to flirt? There was a guy at one of the groups that I used to attend, and I was really into him, and I kind of thought he was into me, but we talked in the group, but outside the group we just never said anything to each other. And he was, we were talking and everything else, and one day when we finished the group, it just really started hammering down, and he had a Marvel umbrella, and obviously as the shirt reads, geek, I was like, oh my god, and I was like, maybe this will be my way of trying to start something with him, and I literally just turned around, walked past him and was like, nice umbrella. And yes, so the oddest way I've ever flirted with someone was complimenting them on their umbrella. This is why, no, this is why I shouldn't be allowed to flirt with people. So yeah, so that's that one. Next one is, which do I prefer, anime or cartoon? Now this was another one that was very difficult for me. Cartoons remind me of my childhood. I grew up watching shows like Ed, and Eddie, and Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, both of which my parents hated, the Powerpuff Girls, and I grew up watching those, and yet, so while Eastern animations I find hold me better, Death Note, Blue Exorcist, Black Butler, they keep me they keep my focus, they keep my mind going. So yeah, in answer of question 7, yes, we're up to 7 now. Which do I prefer, Eastern or Western animations? I'd probably say Eastern, simply because the stories are told better and they hold my interest longer. Next one, which was one that a good friend put to me on Facebook. Hypothetically, I have a gun. I have one bullet. Do I shoot Trump or do I shoot Hillary? Hillary Clinton, without going into politics, Hillary Clinton is an incredibly awkward person for me to watch. It's everything she tries to do is you just want to shake your head and you're no, Hillary, no. Just go and sit down. Go and sit down. So, but Trump annoys me. Donald Trump irritates me. Incredibly so. I don't know. This guy is basically just, he's a reality TV star and this just feels like it's another attempt to make himself relevant again. Bearing in mind, I don't agree with people killing anyone, really, unless it's a life or death situation, or serious offenders. But if I really had to choose, between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton with the one bullet thing, I would choose Trump. Mainly because his run or his campaign for president, it's just ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Could you imagine freaking The Apprentice White House? No. That doesn't sit well. And his policies. He's a moron. I'm going to stop because otherwise I'm just going to sit here and rant. But yeah, to answer that question, if I had a gun and one bullet, who would it be? It would probably be Trump. If I had to choose. Number 8, which is an even simpler answer. Coke or Pepsi? Sorry, my pen's decided to pack up on me. Coke or Pepsi? It's weird. Over normal tasting, I would choose, between Coke and Pepsi, I would choose Coke. But between Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi, I would choose Diet Pepsi. And between Coke Zero and Pepsi Max, I'd choose Pepsi Max. But I don't know. It's weird. But from actual between the two of them, I would choose probably Coke. But then over everything, I choose yeah. Although I choose Coke over Pepsi, I'm usually more of a Pepsi drinker anyway. But above both of those, I choose Dr. Pepper. And last question: if I could live anywhere in the world, if I had the money and ability to live anywhere in the world, where would I choose? I don't know. See, as a writer, the idea of backpacking or just living somewhere really kind of rural, I don't know. I'd like a tree hut, not tree hut, but a cabin in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by giant redwood trees and stuff like that. Yes, that's where. But if I had to name an actual place, I'd probably say somewhere like Alaska, Canada, or Japan, just because it's so vastly different. And yeah, that would be if I had to name a place, that would be the place. Those would be the places I name. Yeah. So there you go, 10 new facts about me. Right, announcement time. Next month, I am taking part in a charity event on behalf of Macmillan Cancer Support, because as a lot of you know, cancer is something that A, really sucks, and B, has touched my family in the past. I won't go into details because you don't need to, but I will keep you guys posted, and when I have set up the charity page and stuff like that, I will put a link to the sidebar. Do not feel you have to donate. For those of you who are local, I will simply put on my status when I have the sponsorship forms if people would like to sponsor. I am hoping to stream it on either YouTube Gaming or Twitch and have my laptop webcam running so that you guys can see it. I will put links to all of that down below and sidebar and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. Like I say, I will have more details for you in next week's video. But there you go. Hey, great to actually have done a video where I said I would. I will speak to you guys soon. I love you. Take care of each other. Bye guys.